Aquarius, this is Wishko the Ferret. Thanks for hopping into the Ferret Den where we're keeping things warm and we're keeping things cozy. Today we have a reading for you for April 3rd to April 9th. The only thing to consider for this cycle is that we have a full moon in Libra on the 6th. So if you want to figure out how those energies interact with yours, go ahead and check out your favorite astrologer. I don't do those forecasts here yet. Probably won't in the near foreseeable future until I learn a little bit more about birth charts and all, like, you know, learning, like reading astro charts and all of that stuff, which I'm very excited for. But that being said, let me see if there's anything else. Oh, Patreon coming out. I always seem to forget. I almost always forget this. There's a Patreon launching very soon. So if you like my stuff, if you like my vibe, if you think I'm cool, go ahead, like and subscribe and all that jazz. That way you don't miss content from me and you don't miss updates about it. So let's hop right in, Aquarius. So yeah. Drop into your heart space. Let the dust physically, spiritually, and emotionally settle around and within you so that you can determine which messages are for you and which messages are for others. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for shrouding me in a protection of light. Thank you, Spirit Team and Angel Guides, for stepping forward, connecting me with Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or who happens to be listening at this time. Whoever is drawn to this message, thank you for helping me uplift and empower them. Thank you for connecting me to the highest source of love, truth, and light that there is to help guide our Aquarius for this week. I'm seeing an oyster and a pearl, or like a clam. Maybe it's a clam. I don't know. There is a shell with a clam inside. And I feel like this pearl might be a little hard to get to for some of you. Or you're not recognizing that it's there. Some of you are just taking a hold of this power and you're rolling with it. Hello. You have a lot of stuff trying to come through, and I feel like as the deck is exploding, I feel like there's just too much opportunity for you. Or some of you may actually not like where this is going. I don't know. I don't know why that's coming through, but Aquarius, it's almost like you have the world at your feet. Quite literally, you have the world card. And some of you have all of this opportunity, and because it came out in reversed at first, Spirit wants me to keep it upright, but because it was reversed, I feel like there still is a little bit of resistance. Some of you might not actually be seeing that you have all kinds of opportunity. Your opportunity is limitless. It is always limitless because anything can happen tomorrow. And you have many doors that you're being exposed to at the present moment, and you can take whatever path you want. You can make whatever decision is available to you. And I don't think other people's opinions matter to you as much as you think they do. I don't know why that's coming through, but it feels like there are other people present in your life, or for a select few of you, there could be other people in your life who maybe disapprove of, like, the path that you want to go on, or, like, they have their own preferences for where they see you flourishing or where they see you going, or, like, and this doesn't have to be, like, a big, some of you have, like, your mind set about, like, in terms of, like, the decisions that you make, but it feels like there's a set, like, you're very set on something or making a decision about something. This could be in reference to your children or the kind of bike you ride, or kind of to something as big as, like, you know, the career that you want to pursue, or even if it's like choosing whether or not to volunteer at this shelter versus this homeless shelter versus that animal shelter. I mean, those are very specific examples, but you see how they were small scale, big scale, it doesn't matter. It's all important. And these all are like examples of opportunities, potential things that whatever's calling to your attention at this time, it's available to you. And don't let things restrict you. You're going to move, whether you feel this restriction or not. You're going to move because you have the Six of Swords. You're moving forward, and, you know, you're kind of shedding off those ideas that other people are going to stop you, because they're not going to stop you. But you know it's going to require balance, because you also have the Justice card here. So you're moving through these rough waters with the Six of Swords, but with Justice, it feels like you are wielding your own sword, because the Six of Swords has like 6 swords that, you know, he's traveling with, and he has a family that he's traveling with. And then in Justice, he's wielding his own sword, and I feel like for whatever reason, it's coming through intuitively that that's significant. So this sword that he's wielding, it feels like whatever cargo you're carrying, it's almost like you're using the tools that you have on hand in order to move things forward. I feel like somebody just said, I just heard Spirit say something's going to escalate further. And that's not meant to alarm you. It's just meant to, like, things have to, I'm hearing that whatever the situation is where something is escalating, it feels like things have to escalate in order for there to be peace. Something has to be unearthed, or something has to, like, explode or erupt before there will be peace. And before that balance, because like things have to come up and out in order to be addressed. And that's the only way things are going to be fair, or that's the only way things are going to be level, if that makes sense. This could be in the realm of work for some of you. You have the the 8 of Pentacles. For some of you, this is just steady work required. To me, I feel like if this is a situation at work, and again, this might not be a situation for some of you, but some of you, work is required. It's the mundane, it's the boring, but it's just steady, consistent, hard work, just putting the work in. I'm really feeling this is a very straightforward. I'm not sure if it's like implications in the rest of the message. It just feels like hard work is required. Hard work is necessary this week. It's not quite 10 of Wands energy where you're just carrying everything and it feels like you're burdening yourself. So definitely take your time. Definitely just do the work as it is. Keep it going. You also have the Lovers here. So the Lovers, I feel like this is an aspect of your shadow self. I mean, this is a good sign for those of you who do want love. It could be coming in, but I feel like I'm feeling like a ringing in my ear, and I feel like for a lot of you this is just facing the shadow aspects of yourself. That's really what I'm reading for the majority of you that this is. And I know that's not really how I'm hearing that some of you, like I just heard somebody say, like I've been hearing that some of you don't really like that. It is what it is. Maybe I'll post a love reading here soon for those of you. And again, if you want like a love reading, go ahead and comment down below, and I'll think about maybe posting like a pick a card or something, because I was kind of, you know, on the fence about that, but we'll see. But yeah, I feel like this is like facing your shadow self. So whatever aspects of yourself are coming up at this time, your guides are helping shine light on some of those dark parts of yourself that you do need to address and to embrace and to let go of in order to embrace your full potential, in order to take these opportunities in your life fully. Because again, you have the world available to you. Sometimes in order to take these opportunities and go through with them, we do need to face some parts of ourselves. Sometimes it's getting over fears of moving forward. Other times it's just kind of handling the challenges as they come up, I feel. And I don't know, I feel like y'all are on the ball. I feel like you'll get it. You'll get like, it feels like steady ground this week. It might feel a little bit, I do feel like it's, okay, no. Let me take that back. It feels kind of rocky at first, but I feel like it will settle down. It's rocky at first, but it will settle down, so don't worry. You would be feeling it now, though. You would be feeling things being rocky now in order for that message to be for you. Oh, and also, your focus for this week for your oracle cards, you have change. When the ego finally sees the utter madness of trying to control everything, you come to a sacred crossroads in your own evolution. So the thing about change is that it is inevitable and that it will always happen. So even though you have the 8 of Pentacles here, it does feel like things feel mundane and boring because they don't change. Because you have to do the same thing again and again. We always have to go to work, or we always have to find a way to make money to support ourselves. We always have to, you know, wake up every day. I mean, that's awful. But I mean, like, to live our life, we wake up every day, we have to rest. There are things that we have to do in life, I guess we should say. And everybody changes, everybody flows with this change. And the thing here is, what's coming up now is an issue of change. I feel like a lot of you can handle this change. And for those of you that feel like you can't, you are so much stronger than you feel like you are. I know some of us walk through life suffering. And I encourage you, I'm not a medical or licensed therapist or professional or anything. So I highly encourage you that if you have those resources available to look for those things. I don't know why some of this heavy energy is coming through. I'm not sure if I don't think it's for the broader collective, but I feel like there's a small portion of you that just sink into heavy energy frequently and struggle with mental health, which is why I feel the need to call this up and out. That if you do struggle to wake up every day and continue with your daily routine, because I don't know why I'm still stuck on that, I keep revisiting it, it keeps popping up. So I feel like for some of you where you're struggling to do that, getting ground and actually moving forward for you can look like the simple things. These don't have to be big moves, but I feel like for some of you, the changes that need to be made are the ones of having a set morning routine. Something that, perhaps you can reward yourself if you can make it out of bed. Because that's an accomplishment in itself. I've been there. Trust me, I've been there where my mental health was just so bad that I wanted to lay in bed all day and I could not get up. For some of you, I feel like that having a set morning routine, something that makes you feel good, something that actually makes you look forward to getting up. And for some of you, it's also just getting more sleep in preparation for the next day is something that can really help you. But really a part of this is embracing your inner power. Give me the courage and the power to do what must be done. This is asking for it in prayer from your angels, guides, the universe, God, whoever you pray to, whoever it is that you talk to. I do feel for whatever reason, prayer is coming through. I feel like asking your guides for help, asking your angels for help. They can help through divine intervention if if you're in trouble or if something's not quite in your lesson plan for Earth. But a lot of times when they're things can be a lot easier for us if we invite their assistance in, because then they are able to do more with our permission. So I always call on my guides every day. I call on Archangel Michael every day for me. Doesn't have to be that way for you. You can call on just the greater source, your higher self. You can call on even your intuition, whatever it is you connect to. Calling on those things every day can help you connect with and discover your inner power. I know on my spiritual journey that has been a huge help for me. Let's see what else we have. Oh, some of you have spiritual gifts. Oh my gosh, I'm talking to a collective. I'm talking to a collective that is working with Archangel Raziel right now. Thank you, Raziel, for helping me channel my gifts and talents. Oh, wow, that's so cool. So some of you are discovering them this week. Some of you, I'm going to hold that up a little bit longer so you can see. Some of you have these gifts and talents that you are just now receiving, or that you are coming up from within you. Perhaps you've always had them and that you're getting stronger. Perhaps you're studying these spiritual gifts and this is the change that you're undergoing, some type of awakening or some type of what I call them are spiritual shifts in our consciousness. And it's not one is not necessarily, or one state or one shift is not necessarily worse or better than the other. It just is. It's a different type of energy. And sometimes we embody different energies as we undergo these changes. Some of us could be feeling a little bit sensitive at this time. So definitely grounding yourself. I call on Archangel Michael for protection. You can call on whatever deity, angel, again, guides, whatever to help you with that. Oh my. Some of you call on your loved ones in heaven. Those count as guides too. Just saying. Those count as guides. There is a loved one in heaven actually helping you to love and accept yourself, because one of your tasks for this week is going to be loving and accepting yourself. Thank you, angels, for lovingly guiding me to self-acceptance. So really bringing your awareness to the self and how you are treating yourself. The types of words that you're using with yourself. That's going to be important for you this week as well, because your spiritual gifts will manifest in whatever energy you're sitting in. My spiritual awakening was I felt it was very cruel. It wasn't somebody doing something to me, but I had made it cruel because I was sitting there in a really negative headspace. When I had lost a loved one, I did not have a lot of answers. And it was like a very triggering thing for me, and I had trouble resolving my grief, which is why when my spirituality just opened up completely when he passed, all of a sudden I just could not, like, I just couldn't deal. I couldn't deal with like the energies that were coming to me. I couldn't deal with the types of things they were saying because I felt like I was psychically attacking myself, and it was very scary. And that's a whole story for another day. But specifically, I feel like this week, coming back to this, being in like a loving state or actively working on your love for yourself. And again, I feel like with the lovers, we are, again, it's facing your shadow self, it's facing your inner world. We're really doing that. We're really facing ourselves, and we are learning to love and accept those parts of ourselves that we cast in the shadows and ignore. You have a loved one in heaven. Thank you, loved ones in heaven, for drawing close at this time. You have reminders of your loved ones near you at this time. Some of you could have recently lost a loved one, and for that, if that is the case, then I'm sorry. But they are mentioning in this reading that they are close to you at this time, that they are helping you work on your love and acceptance, and they are helping you with your spiritual gifts. It's almost like they are maintaining, I just heard they are maintaining on the other side, like they are maintaining your flow in life. Again, your flow is going to look different depending on who you are, but it feels like they are working in like the, like, you know, they're working hard up there for you. They're one of your, I'm not sure if like they're officially they're one of your guides or what. I feel like we're always guided by loved ones on the other side. They always want the best for us. They always come through the chat. I mean, like, there's always somebody wanting to talk. Like when I'm sitting with a friend and connecting with them, the minute they say they're open to something, there's like a spirit in my face, and I'm like, so they're always eager and lovingly willing to talk. And they're always working on our behalf, you know, so it's a great vibe. It's a great energy. And, you know, it's an energy that, you know, their energy and their consciousnness wants to connect with you and let you know that, hey, I'm here. I love you. Like, you know, we're doing things, like, you know, so I think personally they can reach us in our dreams. For some of you, you've been working very hard at your spirituality. We have another card flipped over, so I'll take that out too. So your hard work is paying off, New Moon in Capricorn. Some of you have been working very hard on these spiritual gifts. Some of you have been just working on your gifts in general. Some of you have been working very hard this week, and it's coming to a close. That cycle's coming to a close where you won't have to work as hard anymore. I mean, like, we still have hard work, but I feel like it's getting easier. All the hard work you've been putting into something, it's paying off. You're starting to see the results. You're starting to see the rewards of it. And again, I feel like this is also manifesting spiritually as well. Even if you're not working on your spiritual gifts, I feel like there is a return here, or that there is some type of reward coming back. There's a feeling of once we see those rewards, we feel empowered. That also in itself brings up our vibration too, because we're seeing the fruits of our labor. So, awesome, Aquarius. I love to see it. Also, you have be bold and make the first move. Be bold and make the first move. Cardinal Moon. This is, I'm speaking to somebody who knows that they should be crafting their next way forward, and that it's going to require them to get over their fear. There is a little bit of fear here present, which is why it's necessary to be bold and to move forward with this. So I'm hearing good job. I just heard good job. So I feel like this is already accomplished for some of you, or you already set your mind to accomplishing this, and you're being bold this week. Okay, dang, go Aquarius. All right. But you are making the first move. You are like the first, like, this reminds me, okay, this is like not a great example, but in like, it's like in an emergency when you have like the first responders go boom, like they're the first, well, depending on where you live, in a perfect world, they would be the first ones to show up. And it almost feels like in an emergency, like it would be like the first person to act. It's almost like that's the kind of situation, not like in like a negative sense. It's not like there would be like an emergency or anything, but it feels like in a situation where everybody else would just kind of stand still or be unsure of what to do, or just not make the first move. Like, again, this is the energy of you just without even thinking, just going and doing it. and then thinking like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I just did that. Or like, okay, I guess I just did that. Cool. Like, I don't know. It's almost like you're just going in without thinking, and that's the kind of energy that's going to serve you best this week. That's awesome. Anything else that we have for Aquarius, a collective, before we release them off into the great wild 374, pulling from Angel Numbers by Kyle Gray. 374. Your angels approve of your current intentions. Know that you are being encouraged to take the steps to make them reality. One more time. Your angels approve of your current intentions. Know that you are being encouraged to take the steps to make them reality. And with that, Aquarius, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for allowing me to connect with your energy. And thank you to your guides and your angel team. Thank you to my spirit energies on the other side for helping me connect with your energy and for channeling. That was beautiful. I love you, I love you, I love you. And I hope you have the best week